Hello South Shore, welcome back to 3rd grade online with Miss Nazaripour and Lulu. Today in writing, we're going to be adding to our notes on poetry chart where we are documenting all of the different strategies that we know and the different elements that poets might use to make a poem really come to life and make the audience really feel something about it. And the strategy we're going to talk about today is one that we've talked about in school before, personification. So personification is giving non-human objects human qualities. For instance, the cupcake was calling my name. The sun smiled down at me. The snowflakes danced all around us. The flowers waved at me in the wind. We know that cupcakes don't really speak. They don't really say our name. I think what the author means in this sentence is that the cupcake looked so yummy, I wanted to eat it. It's like it was calling my name. It was calling for me. The sun smiled down at me. Being out on a warm summer day, it might feel like the sun is smiling at you. Snowflakes, when they fall from the sky, might look like they're dancing. And flowers waving in the wind might seem like they're actually waving at you. So giving non-human objects human qualities is a strategy that poets often use to make their poetry come alive. So today we're going to read two poems by two different poets, both about spring, that has used some personification. What you're going to need today to do your activity is something to write with, like a pencil or a pen, and your journal. Go gather all of those things and come on back to read some great poetry with me. Okay, 3rd graders, the first poem we're going to read today is called It's Spring by John Foster. Look for areas where the poet has used personification. It's spring, and the garden is changing its clothes, putting away its dark winter suits, its dull scarves, and drab brown overcoats. Now it wraps itself in green shoots, slips on blouses, sleeved with pink and white blossom, pulls on skirts of daffodil and primrose, snowdrop socks, and purple crocus shoes, then dances in the sunlight. So 3rd graders, what is this poem about? Go ahead and say it out loud like we were sitting in the classroom together. This poem is about spring, and the author has used the strategy of personification to make spring, something that's not human, have human characteristics. In this poem, spring is doing a lot of things that spring wouldn't actually do, that people would do, like getting dressed. So let's go through it one more time and look for all of those areas of personification, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight those places or underline them. It's spring, and the garden is changing its clothes, putting away its dark winter suits, its dull scarves, and drab brown overcoats. So here, the author is talking about clothes. But does the garden or spring have clothes? No. It's dark winter suits, it's dull scarves, and drab brown overcoats. What the author means by that is winter, a winter garden. All of the things you might find in the garden, like dull scenery, brown leaves. And the winter suit is just what the garden might look like in winter, kind of dead. Now it's coming back to life. Now it wraps itself in green shoots, slips on blouses, sleeved with pink and white blossoms, pulls on skirts of daffodil and primrose, snowdrop socks, and purple crocus shoes, then dances in the sunlight. So a garden doesn't actually put on blouses. It doesn't actually have sleeves that are pink and white with blossoms, or skirts made of daffodils, but you will find all of these things in a spring garden. The author has chosen to use these elements to really help paint a picture in our minds of a beautiful spring day, of a cold, dreary winter day, turning into a beautiful spring day. It really gives me that feeling of happiness reading this that I would get that I would get today outside in the nice warmth and seeing all the fresh flowers. Okay, third graders, we're gonna read another poem that All right, third graders, here is our next poem that we're going to read today. This one is written by one of my favorite poets, Langston Hughes. We've read Langston Hughes a couple times now. This one is called April Rain Song. And again, because April is in spring, this is a poem that's loosely about spring, but it's about something special that happens in spring. Those beautiful rain showers that bring about all the green and all the flowers and all the new growth. Follow along as I read it. Let the rain kiss you. Let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops. Let the rain sing you a lullaby. The rain makes still pools on the sidewalk. The rain makes running pools in the gutter. The rain plays a little sleep song on our roof at night, and I love the rain. All right, third graders, this poem is obviously about somebody who really likes rain. I can definitely relate to that. I can't sleep at night unless I have rain songs going. And there's a lot of different places in this poem where rain becomes like a person. Can you find some of those places? Let's read through it, and I'm gonna underline the places where rain does things that humans usually do. Let the rain kiss you. Raindrops don't usually kiss you. They kind of fall gently on your face, though. I wonder if that's what the poet means. Let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops. Raindrops don't usually beat, people usually do. Let the rain sing you a lullaby. Let the rain make still pools on the sidewalk. The rain makes running pools in the gutter. So that's just about rain, what rain actually does when it pools up or makes puddles. The rain plays a little sleep song on our roof at night. Plays a little sleep song. And I love the rain. So third graders, just like the poet in the last poem that we read, John Foster, this poet, Langston Hughes, has used personification. They've really made spring and spring rain come alive by giving spring some human characteristics. Okay, third graders, on our notes on poetry chart, I went ahead and added uses personification. Remember, that's when authors or poets give non-human objects human qualities, like rain that can kiss, or spring that can wear a daffodil skirt. I wonder if you're going to use any personification in your poetry today. So what your job is to work on a poem that you already started and want to finish, to go back to a poem that you really like and want to add some of these elements to, like personification or repetition or automatopoeia, those sound words, or you can start a whole new poem. The choice is yours. Third graders, don't forget what we talked about in our class meeting on Monday if you are in my class. My hope for you is that this week you go to Flipgrid, and on Flipgrid you enter your username, which is the same as your password to get onto Schoology, and you record a video of yourself reading your favorite poem that you've written over the last 2 weeks. I also would really like for you to watch and then comment on at least one friend's poetry. Okay, well, write some great poetry today. I can't wait to read it. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk soon. Bye, authors.